Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Let's have a look if there's anybody actually online. At the moment, it shows 0, but it's kicking in. There are some people. Hello, hello, wherever you are in the world. Well, I'm finally back. I mean, I was never away, but it's nice. It's good to be back and to have the live show and have a regular live show. It gives me some kind of anchor every week to work on a certain idea. And I just get so much guidance. There's so much going on in my life at present that I wasn't quite sure whether it really was a very good idea to do this today. And you may find that I look exceptionally tired, which is because I am exceptionally tired. Today is moving day. So I'm moving one Airbnb place to the other in LA, and I'm going to stay here another month. And this is, an interesting time in my life and an interesting phase and an interesting time in world history. And I've been talking to so many people, and I have been following the news and different ideas and different perceptions. And this is how this idea came about, to just look at how we can change our perception and what it really does. But while we still wait for some people, let me just talk a little bit more about what's going on in my life, in case you're interested. In case not, I don't know. You still have to listen. It's just fabulous and very interesting, the different viewpoints that I'm learning here in the States, the very, very regular contact, seeing how things develop in London at the school where there are lots of changes. It is a time of change, certainty, and I'm just looking at the different places. There are people from England, there are people from the United States, from Germany, where there are elections in a week's time. And we often tend to think that politics don't basically affect us really. It is very much, it's like the political class and then it's us. But when you go to a bar in West Hollywood and you find a sign pinned on the tree outside with a deportation hotline that asks people to report people who might be in this country with not the right status, then this is rather shocking. And it's very interesting. The following day, apparently that kind of made the round. So there was a big van from a television channel and people were interviewed about this. So that was really interesting. But when you just go out on a Friday evening and you want to meet some friends and you come across that as a German, this, you cannot help but being reminded of what happened in the 1930s. So we are in a very difficult time at present in the world and in world history, and we really need to decide how this is going to work in the future and what kind of world we will create. But we can only create a world that works for everybody once we feel part of the world, once we feel we can change things, once we feel we can, we are human, we are accepted. We need to somehow find the confidence inside. And I would like to start with just a little exercise to sense and find this confidence and really the self-realization who we really are. So I would just like to ask you for a moment to just take a deep breath and just feel your body and just feel that you are in your body. We are in a three-dimensional shape, and we can bring Reiki into this body. And then just bring your awareness to your third eye and just open your third eye and feel the connection, feel the guidance, feel the intuition, and realize I am in a body, but I'm also a spiritual being. And then just open your heart. Feel your heart and open your heart. And just feel that you are love and that you are connected to everybody else. And finally, bring your awareness to your crown chakra and just feel your connection with the universe. Feel the love, the guidance, feel that you are an eternal being. And just stay for a moment in this multidimensional space as this multidimensional being that you are, that we are. And now just take a moment to connect to Reiki and just feel the energy. Feel this multidimensional being filled with love, energy, help, guidance, healing power. And now just think of somebody else, somebody, just whoever comes into your mind. You don't even need to know that person. Just think of somebody. And just realize for a moment that they are also a spirit in a body. They also have access to guidance and intuition, whether they use it or not. They are also eternal beings. And when we work on that level of respect and acceptance, then I feel we can change the world. But often we need to learn, we need to see things through a different perception. I was in a discussion last night, and I was getting so agitated and angry that at some stage I just had to stop, and I just couldn't bear that anymore. It was about politics and about very, very different viewpoints. And at some stage, the quote by the German philosopher Leibniz came into my mind. And it said, the other person's perspective is the correct view. I think that is really quite something. Is it the correct view? Well, in order to understand the other person's perspective, we need to really try to take their perspective and see where they're coming from, why they're doing, why they are saying what they are saying, why they have this viewpoint. And I think it's just so interesting to accept and understand that there may be different viewpoints for whatever reason. And I would go as far to say not every viewpoint is necessarily right from an ethical perspective, but to try to see things through the lens of a very, very different perspective can help us to understand where we are coming from and to build more bridges, I find. And I would just like to do this little exercise to see how we can really change our perspective. If you just think of something that's going on, say, in your life, whether it's in your family, whether it is in your workplace, in your immediate surroundings, just something that's going on that you feel this is really not what I want. This is bothering me. I'm struggling with this. I'm just not really having a connection with other people. I just don't understand what's going on and why things are going on this way. And then let's just connect to Reiki for a moment. Just close your eyes and feel the connection. And just ask Reiki to help you to see this problem, this challenge from a different perspective, from a different viewpoint. And then just bring your hands up to your third eye and just see what you're getting into your mind. And then just bring your hands back down and come back into the here and now. I really feel it's very interesting to just kind of see things from this different perspective, to get a different terminology sometimes, to when we change how we phrase things, we may see things very, very differently. At the moment, there is a lot, and this is not being political. This is even if it sounds so, and this is also not judgmental, but there is a lot of talk about immigrants, about people coming from other countries, and a differentiation between legal immigrants and illegal immigrants. And when I was meditating on Sunday, it was so interesting. What came into my mind was to simply replace the word immigrant with the word refugee. And then suddenly the words legal or illegal don't matter. We look at people as seeking refuge from whatever background, for whatever reason they are fleeing from, or whatever they are hoping for, and whatever they are looking for. I think it's very interesting how just one word or one change of a word can really change things. And I've had a lot of situations over the last few weeks where I had to try to see things from another person's perspective, with a highly difficult, challenging landlady, to the fires in LA, and having to evacuate, luckily just for a day, but it was really scary to look out from the balcony and to see the fires, whatever, 500 meters away, 500, 600, 700 yards away. It was just unbelievable, very, very challenging. So we do go through lots of challenges. And then, of course, the question is, how can I see this from a different perspective? How can I see the wildfires in Los Angeles from a different perspective? Can I do I connect that with the challenge of climate change? Do I connect that with the challenge now of helping the people and supporting the people who have been displaced? It's just really fascinating. I went to a conference last week, and I met a young lady who lost her house, everything. And I said, "Oh, wow, you got out with just the clothes on your body, I suppose, and your passport." And she said, "Well, no, I didn't manage to get my passport." That was still there. So that was just unbelievable how things can change so quickly. And what was she doing? She was trying to deal with that. And she was focusing on rebuilding her life immediately. And it didn't deter her from pitching a fascinating and very entertaining television project just a few weeks later. So I thought that was really quite resilient and quite remarkable. We can also look at the fires from a perspective of 10,000 homes or so were destroyed. I don't know, 100,000 people or so lost their homes and their livelihood, but hardly anybody, very, very few, lost their lives. So I think that's very interesting to just ponder the question, how would I deal with losing all my belongings? And all I have is me. This person in the body, this soul in the body, this person that is still love and connected with everybody else and is here for a reason, and there is a purpose to our lives. I think it's just so interesting just to look at these things and to constantly question where we are, why we are where we are, and how we can change the viewpoint. Let's just take that to a slightly different level, and I don't want to go on too long. I'm just basically following what's coming through today. Is a relatively short Reiki show because there's just so much going on. But what I'm getting is to try to also take this to a higher level. I don't want to say political level, but a level of international developments. So let's just think of something that is going on in the world. Whether it is in another country, any political upheaval, wars, whether it's in our own country, we are coming from, or that country, or the country we are staying in at present, just whatever comes into your mind, or just ask Reiki to give you something to look at, something to think of, some kind of international development or challenge that's taking place in the world. And then just connect to Reiki. And when you feel the connection, just ask Reiki to help to see this from a different perspective to that you had previously. And just move up to your third eye. And just see what comes into your mind. Then just move back and take a moment to thank Reiki. And just ask inside, or just sense inside. So what can I do in this development? Do I have a place? Which may come as a complete surprise, given that you may have been thinking about something very, very, very far away. And yet, we are energetically connected. Otherwise, you wouldn't have thought about this situation. So just kind of listen inside. What can I do to support this change, this situation? And then once more, move up to your third eye. And just see what comes into your mind. And just come back into the here and now. I feel this is what we were supposed to do today, to look at what's happening in the world, to look at what's happening in our life at present, and to just challenge ourselves and accept the challenge of the universe to look at situations from a different perspective. Maybe to end this, let's bring that to a very personal level and just ask Reiki once more, bringing the hands together, reconnecting to Reiki, and just ask Reiki to give you an idea about just something that's going on in your life at present. Just ask Reiki, what is it that I need to change my perception about? And then move up to your third eye and see what comes into your mind. And then once more, take a moment to thank Reiki. And there is so much going on that I feel the Reiki shares, whether live or online, are just so important to connect to Reiki, to connect with everybody else on this Reiki share, and sense the energy that you're receiving through everybody and take part in this beautiful healing journey for everybody in this Reiki share. And it's just so fascinating. And the feedback is so strong that I'm getting regularly that it works for those who are live right now here and for those who are watching a replay afterwards. There is no time and there is no space. The connection works. And this is just absolutely fascinating. I had a bit of a health problem a few days ago and was getting rather worried. And then I thought, okay, well, I just give myself Reiki. And I did that so intensely. And it's okay now. It's really interesting. Had I been in London at that time or in Germany, I would have actually seen a doctor. So, but here, I don't know how that would have worked, and it probably have bankrupted me. So I thought, okay, well, there's no other way but using Reiki. So whether it is something physical, a problem you are struggling with at present, whether it is just some difficult phase you are going through, some kind of stressful situation, whatever challenge it is, something you don't quite understand why it is happening in your life and you want some help for some guidance, some intuition, just set your intention that this Reiki share may help you to heal, to understand, to change your perception. And when you're ready, just let's bring the hands together once more and connect to Reiki. And you can just set your intention to connect with everybody, or you take a moment to draw the connection symbol. And then just set your intention to connect with everybody on this Reiki share, live and later in a replay, and really feel the connection. And then just let Reiki flow. Lean back, relax, and realize that Reiki is coming to you. The healing power, the power of change is coming to you and through you to everybody else. And you maybe just want to sense inside and just sense how you feel. You may want to sense the flow of Reiki and the healing power. And then once more, bring your hands together, take a moment to thank Reiki, and come back into the here and now. So I am intending and will be trying very hard to make sure that every Tuesday now the show is on again. So I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. I will also be sending out the newsletter to a bigger mailing list, so hopefully there'll be some more people joining as well. And if you are in London, there are some really interesting live workshops coming up, especially this coming Sunday. There was a Reiki and psychic development, or Reiki and mediumship workshop, and it is about realizing that we have these different abilities. Some people see, some people sense, some people smell something, some people get some symbols and ideas they need to kind of put together and learn what it means. But we all have amazing psychic and mediumistic abilities, and this is what this workshop is all about, to uncover your own setup of this psychic connection to the universe. So if you are in London, do have a look at the website, thereikiacademy.com, and just see if the workshop is for you. And I am so looking forward to seeing you again next week, and let's just see what my guides are coming up with for next week. I'm sure that I somehow have the feeling that be a very, very interesting show. Until then, have a wonderful week, a wonderful evening, a wonderful rest of the day, wherever you are. And I haven't done that for a while. I need to, there we go. I need to just press the right button. So once more, have a fabulous rest of Tuesday, the 11th of February.